as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The New York Knicks come into this one following a loss, guys, to Chicago. So the New York starting five. We've got Rivers. Whiteside is out there with Markkanen. And it's Wall. And it's Ariza in the small forward position. Great guards battling it out tonight, Brent. Who was the thorn in your side at the guard position back when you were playing?
Two guys for me come to mind, Kevin. One is a guy that's in the Hall of Fame. I think you might remember him. His name is Allen Iverson. And I specifically...
yes, I do recall him.
You heard about that guy. I remember specifically one time where Gary Payton and I, playing in the Seattle backcourt, had prepped for a game where he was going to take AI, I was going to guard Eric Snow, and I was thanking the heavens that that was the case for that night. We got to the game. Gary Payton turned to me at the jump ball and said, "You take AI." That's not fun.
No. And Wall kicks to Rivers. New York moving the ball around. Stolen by Wade. And oh, here we go. Gaines got it, the fast break chance. Out to Conley. On the wing, Green. A second chance effort. Good D by Ariza.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Wall draws the double. Markkanen sets the pick for Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That's on Dwayne Wade. New York shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
And one strength, Greg, that this Knicks team has enjoyed the last couple of years has been their ability to win the rebounding game.
And that's back-to-back seasons, Kevin, in the top 10 for rebounding in terms of the Knicks. And it was something they wanted to improve upon starting a few years ago. They've changed their rebounding trouble into a big asset moving forward.
And the jam by Whiteside.
Execution by Whiteside there on the pick and roll. Flawless. Diving right towards the basket and getting the ball in ideal position.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
And this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Wall dishes to Rivers. The kick out to Wall. Whiteside is Green on Winslow. Back to Rivers. He can't get it to go. Well, he go the other way with it. Green kicks to Conley. Pass to Gay. Back to Conley. Feeds it to Green. And he banks in the layup. Green's got 7 points. Knicks trail by 3. To the left wing. Rivers gets to Ariza. Green with the block.
And Green plays with tremendous edge on the defensive end of the floor.
Conley's shot is off. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Whiteside is Green on Winslow. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Wade, double team. Green. And Green slams it in.
Draymond Green taking it out on the rim that time.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. Gay outside.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Gay's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Right now, he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget. His second season in the NBA. Only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense.
It's Wall with the drive. And the shot goes in.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Here's Green. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
He's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Whiteside is Green on Winslow. And the jam by Whiteside.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Whiteside is Green on Winslow. Wall passes to Whiteside. It's stolen by Green. Here's Gay. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And Gay isn't easy to tie up, using his length and muscle to kind of power through the defense.
The Heat shooting their first free throw tonight. To the inside. Miami with the ball. And so it's Miami with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Nuggets. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Heat, we got Uredka. D-Wade out there with Henderson. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Winslow in a small forward. Noah with a screen on Wade. And Mills kicks to Bogdanovich. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. And Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Well, Eric Spoelstra known for being a player's coach, but he also isn't afraid to dish out some tough love. With this team in a rebuilding phase, he's had to do that a lot.
Well, I think what he's trying to do is just get the most out of every player on the team, and he lets them know, I'm going to put you in positions, guys, to maximize your potential. Sometimes that can come from tough love, but most of the time it's because they want greatness. That's what the Miami Heat organization is all about.
Here's Henderson. Here's Green. Green with the block. And he recovers it. Goes back up. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
How about Draymond rising up into the contact? He's a good offensive player who finds his way this time to get to the free throw line.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Green has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Views it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
Mills with the steal.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Ferguson, covered by Mills. Again, the miss by the Heat.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And that one's good. Green.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Out left to the wing. Here's Zizic, headed by Green. Clock at 2. The shot's good from Jerebko.
Well, in this day and age, big men shoot more and more three-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
Noah dishes to Mills. New York moving it around. And it's Green missing. The Heat leading by 13. Johnson wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. So often nowadays in transition, Brent, we'll see a guy get to the rim, then kick it out to someone standing at the three-point line. What's your feeling on that?
Kevin, who's at the three-point line?
Well, let's say Brent Barry's out there.
I'm more than okay with that. You know, so some of the guys, Kevin, in the new age are running to the three-point line, and as the ball gets to the rim, yeah, the modern-day fast break is not your classic 3-on-2, and we're going to take the wings coming in, and we're going to feed one guy for a layup. That first available wide-open three-point shot, whether 2 seconds into the possession or 12, is something coaches are willing to live with.
Problem is, though, sometimes that big wants to run and does run, but you don't reward him, and then maybe they don't run the next time down.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have a big guy working that hard. Problem is, in today's game, some of those big guys are also running to that three-point line.
You're exactly right. And the Heat call time here. Brent, one of the tougher things a franchise can go through is transitioning from one era to the next.
Well, the Heat have done a pretty good job, especially with how much incredible attention surrounded the big three that was formed down in Miami behind LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and their franchise player in Dwayne Wade. So most teams blow it up, and it takes 7 or 8 years to get back to any kind of prominence. But with Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley in the fold, the Heat have remained competitive and have some young players to build around.
Here's Green. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Yeah, I think in his mind, he knew the contact was coming, focused, stayed in control, and got it.
For Miami, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. And Draymond Green was asked if he would be a different player, Brent, if he wasn't so vocal. His response was that he absolutely would.
Well, he's 100% right. I played with Gary Payton in Seattle, and if he wasn't yapping, he wasn't playing as well. I would say that Draymond Green falls into that sort of category. He brings an edge, he brings an intensity, and that helps the other guys on the team settle into the roles that they feel most comfortable with.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And that one, good.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
And the wide open shot from Green. That doesn't go either for Green. Winslow, the pass to Green. Gay outside. Green with the screen on Bogdanovich. Noah with the block.
Well, the long reach of Noah and the good timing, that helps get that block thrown.
And here's Green outside, but they get it back. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Timeout called, the Heat.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
Now, I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
A different look for Miami. Zizic is checked in for Draymond Green. Jerebko comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Henderson for Justice Winslow. Whiteside sets the pick for Wall. The dish to Markkanen. Back to Wall. Offensive rebound. Whiteside kicks to Wall. Hands it from downtown. Wall's got 5 now.
And a cued in Hassan Whiteside on that play. Great at playing within the offense and then spotting the open man.
Here's Zizic. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And the Heat lead by 16.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Five seconds left now here in the second. Kicks it out to Johnson. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, Johnson, a good shooter. You just can't give him looks like that.
What a... Knicks trailed by 19. And New York looking at who they've got. Wall out there with Rivers. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Markkanen in at the 4 slot.
Credit to Whiteside on the screen there. He really frees up the look for his teammate.
Outside, Wall. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
And Brett, you went up against Hornacek as a player and even defended him a couple times. What was it like playing against Hornacek, the player?
Well, I want you to ask Jeff Hornacek if I defended him, because I thought I did a good job, and sometimes the box score didn't reveal it. But what a tremendous shooter, a great off-ball mover, certainly in that system with John Stockton. And if there was any room, Kevin, that I gave Jeff Hornacek, and trust me, there was plenty of times I did that, he was knocking down jump shots. One of the most efficient players in Jazz history.
And that's collected by Gay.
They got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
The Heat leading by 17. Wade dishes to Green. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Drops in the tray.
Tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece shooting motion.
Markkanen in the corner. Back to Wall. Whiteside inside. He's against Green. Wall wide open. Whiteside over Wade. Whiteside kicks to Wall. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Green. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Whiteside is Green on Winslow. Rivers in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
And the wide open shot from Green. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And Brent, there aren't a lot of places quite as special as playing here in New York and on this floor. What was it like for you the first time you played against the Knicks in New York?
Unbelievable. I love getting to the big city every year. Amazing to be inside the Garden. I have to tell you, Kevin, one of my favorite things was to walk to the New York Knicks opposing team locker room and see the poster of Frank Sinatra outside the locker room. He did it his way, and we ended up doing it ours. No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And Wall. Here we go now. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. That's 12 points for Hassan Whiteside. Wade, double team. From deep, Green. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Whiteside is Green on Winslow. Here's Wall. He dishes it to Rivers. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
And then Gay with the dunk.
Terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
Whiteside sets the pick for Wall. It's stolen by Green. By himself. And it's Green with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And Wall kicks to Rivers. Can't connect from short range.
Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there. Justice Winslow, the Duke product, can give you a lot on the wing. The questions are what he can do consistently offensively, but you know he's a very good team player on both ends of the floor.
Whiteside a screen. And Wall kicks to Whiteside. There's Winslow. Oh!
Well, Winslow does it all. Steal plus the layup.
Wall passes to Whiteside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And it goes on Draymond Green. Now with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
Outside Conley. To the middle. It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Markkanen. And the Knicks miss again. The Heat leading by 22. Conley with a wide open look. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Whiteside kicks to Wall. Whiteside a screen. Another shot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
A great job by Whiteside there to get himself to the free throw line so he could knock that one down.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe.
Nice stroke from the line by Whiteside. You know, he's only going to get better from there with some practice.
Green up on top. And down it goes just as the clock hits 0.
How about the timing? An unbelievable touch on that one.
Do you think he knew? He knew from the moment he let that go. Just unreal.
And so it's the... Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Miami's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Conley out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Green. And it's Winslow in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Each coach has his strengths, and they've got weaknesses. But if you needed someone to drop a play to get you 1 bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So
yes.
I could get James Harden to the line, and then 1 LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I will say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Whiteside is Green on Winslow. Another shot. Whiteside kicks to Bogdanovich. That 3 off the mark. Well, Heat leading by 23. Outside, Green. Wall with a block. They recover it. Conley for 3. Green with a screen for Conley. Back to Green. And stolen by Whiteside. Gay against Wall. On the wing, Green. Off target with his 3. For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Bulls. Again, Conley missing.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Outside, Green. Wall draws the double. 6 to shoot. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So, Brent, less than 0.1% of NBA fans bother to vote for the All-Star game. Do you think the league should devise a different way to choose the players for that big mid-season event?
I'd really like, again, this is an area, Kevin, that the league has done a great job of being a bit progressive with the way they've changed the All-Star balloting. 50% of the vote now going to the fans, 25% to the players, and 25% to the media. It's a way to make sure that guys who are having tremendous seasons are recognized both by their peers and their media rather than the fans getting ahead of some marketing scheme. So this has been addressed.
Perfect. Whiteside a screen. It's Wall with the drive. Stolen by Gay. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Conley leading the charge. And there's Green on the assist by Winslow. Green's got 38 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Green kicks to Wall. Whiteside, high post. Takes a 3. And it's Wade with the rebound.
solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Outside Bogdanovich. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot. Well, he's leading everyone in points right now. His teammates keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps delivering.
And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Inside 2 minutes. Inside.
Green again. Whiteside. Green in the post. The Heat need to get a shot off. Gay dishes to Green.
And you really can't mess around when Whiteside is nearby. Always a defensive presence.
Wall passes to Whiteside. Good on the shot.
Great patience on the block, elevating with ease and then sinking the close-range shot over the top of the D.
And, you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you'd think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Draymond Green.
Well, he really contributed down there on the offensive end. Seemed like he was hitting anything he was putting up.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Green. Here's Whiteside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Wade, good.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort